Hey there viewers, my name's Torinski and welcome back to another DCSS Sunday. Today we're of course jumping right back into the usual routine, trying to get a win with every deity in the game. And where we last left off, we've finally gotten some success in our attempts to get a dragon transforming ogre up and running with good old Cup Runneth Ogre. Took me a second, but got there. So hopefully we can continue that upwards trajectory here, finish off that run, maybe even have time to start the next, though who knows what the dungeon has in store. So without further ado, let's just get ready to hop right into it, shall we? Cup Runneth Ogre, still in dragon form and everything. Perfect, so we're just in depth 2 here, still have Scroll of Fear quivered, which is a fairly likely recipe to end up just accidentally using my final fear scroll here, so let us switch that off for, I guess, Foxfire? Perfect. And with that, I guess it's just time to get into it here. Hopefully we can very quickly remember our old power here as time goes on. Probably will just let these Sons of Guns step next to me as well, because that seems to currently be the safest avenue, except for Forest Lance potentially causing problems. So let's immediately head upstairs before we get shunted off of them again here, and we'll just head over to a slightly different entrance point. Yeah, I didn't think a single Spark Wasp was going to be the be-all end-all, but it is one of our big remaining vulnerabilities. We're doing pretty well across the board for resistances, willpower's fine, at least, but electricity resistance is something we're still lacking, and it's going to be hard to get a hold of that. We need to get pretty lucky with either an artifact amulet to replace our Faith one, or potentially an artifact ring would be really nice, something that has protection from cold and Arlek, or willpower in Arlek would be quite nice. We're still just using base rings here, which is not ideal by any means. But hey, we shall see how things develop. More Spriggan friends. Hello there. In fact, yeah, the air mage is, I guess, potentially part of the problem boat here. Or not, never mind. Just murder them. And that solves all of our problems. Perfect. And okie dokie, right back down, not in dragon form, which was definitely not my intention here, but fortunately we are given just enough time to get our feet under ourselves there. Going down to minus 16 corrosion, leaving us with 0 armor class. Probably not ideal. Oh, hello there, my giant friend. Ooh, and we do hit level 22 and all of that good stuff. Okie dokie. Well, let's see, maybe this stairwell, 3rd time's the charm. Guess we'd taken care of most of our problems up this direction at the very least, and we just had a few remaining friends to take care of. Coming from what I would have to assume is like a Hellgate somewhere. Jeez Louise. Am I just hitting no one? Barely miss, barely miss. Hit the Iron Troll, but do no damage. Perfect. That's with, what's our damage rating? 110. 110. Shows how a bad roll can definitely still leave us in a little bit of a lurch here. I kind of want one of these trolls coming up with me. I'll play it on the safe side here. We'll just head upstairs under our own power for now. Reset the encounter and see how it goes coming down this way instead. Guess I was about to say the eye is about to paralyze us, but that's fine. I should kill the mutator right away. Should probably kill the dragon so that we still have our escape up the stairs available to us as we continue forward here. And I was holding off on using Irradiate for when we had some Tengu next to us. 1 is probably actually good enough here, and you know what? The eye is recharged. Yikes. I think we have to head up, regardless. And the eye is recharged once more. You can fly, but you're at least not fast. Yikes, yikes, yikes. If we divine exegesis, is there anything that can potentially get us out of here in one piece? Not looking great. Unfortunately, this son of a gun does have lightning, does have corrosion, neither of which we do especially well against. Lightning is at a range of 7, and you are faster than me, so that's less than ideal, shall we say. Because do we just read a summoning scroll? And if we do, what's the next move? We could head up this direction. We could immediately read a fog scroll to try and break line of sight at least. What are the odds we'll actually be able to escape, though? Maybe not great. Is it better for us to head this direction? Fog and sprint for the stairs, potentially? Definitely a bit of a rough start to today's session. Oh, you son of a gun. You are going to get one hit off on me. 3d18. 54 damage on the lightning bolt. So we just leave. Yikes. Immediately come face to face with another friend here. Ouch. What are the odds you hit me for a similar amount of damage? I guess you could even just hit me for more damage, which would not be great. So we'll drink 1 heal wounds just to play it a little bit on the safe side here, and then hopefully we have enough time to fully recover. Why did I exclude you? Orange statue. No real reason to deal with that son of a gun. And otherwise, we should actually be okay. The fight against our Tengu friends here with the reset, especially if I just stand right next to you and hit you with some undodgeable damage. And that is perfect. Fantastic. Holy moly. I mean, a reflection-branded buckler is not tempting because it's unusable. Right. We are unfortunately too large to use that, so never mind, ignore me. Oh gosh, where did our eye friend go? There you are. Perfect. Just take care of you first and foremost. And then this stairwell has definitely gotten a little bit overcrowded, shall we say. So, potentially what we want to do is head over back to this stairwell over here. Hello, my dragon friend. I guess we're gonna keep getting stragglers coming out of this little vault area. Maybe we've taken care of enough to make this a little more viable. Start taking a peek in. Terrified as to what exactly we might find, but I know we did kind of kick up the hornet's nest a while back in our last session. So hopefully there's nothing too scary remaining. Tengu's not a great start. We just dealt with your kind here. At least this one goes down a little bit quicker than our previous adventures here, so that's not too shabby. And, oh, a juggernaut. Well, we'll immediately read a teleport just to reset things here real quick. We should be able to duke it out just toe-to-toe with that son of a gun. So we'll definitely want to be careful. Ooh, 10% is actually better than I expected, my friend. Be careful when we come across our unstoppable friend. Hello, Sphinx. Ooh, a gold dragon this early on. Unfortunately, I don't believe we'll be using the scales at any stage with this character, but normally would be super happy to get gold dragon scales at this stage. Oh, crystal spear book. definitely need to just try to take care of you with Manifold Assault as quickly as we possibly can. Fantastic. Okay, dokie. And let's just go right back into the thick of things here, shall we? Hopefully we've taken care of most of the worst that can come out of this little vault area. So we immediately encounter more electrical themed enemies, so I guess not quite yet, though we've got to be getting pretty dang close. And maybe I don't want to explore this vault after all. Definitely turning out to be a little more involved than originally expected here. But nothing we can't handle on this side at the very least. Don't get a lot of amazing treasure, but it's worth checking. There's always the chance that we can find ourselves one of those artifact jewelry pieces that we were hoping for earlier in the session. Just have to cross our fingers and see how it goes, of course. Just gold. Perfect. Completely and totally exactly what we wanted. An avocado. Thanks. Okay, definitely kill the mutator as soon as we possibly can. And I wonder, where did the majority of our friends go? Hello, there you all are. Fantastic. Just what we wanted to see here. And much better this time around. Taking care of some of the more problematic friends, especially that paralyzing eye, I think was a pretty subtle sore spot for us. Okay, wanted to double check that we didn't get any mutations. Does not look like it here. So still doing a-okay. Well, seems like we fought a strange number of enemies here at the entrance, so maybe that means we've cleared out most of the floor already, and it will just be a beautiful ride to the end here. But okay, an acquirement scroll with a manual of conjurations. Staff of poison that we almost definitely will not be taking. That +7 Lagitang. If we were on a different character. Oh, I guess we could almost take it just for the 2 resistances we're missing, corrosion and electricity. Unfortunately, we'll never have access to those well in dragon form, which, to be fair, is going to be the vast majority of the time if everything goes as planned. So it's probably not worth it. I will most likely just take the manual of conjurations. Does mean that we could pivot a little bit to get something a little more explosive added to our spellbook here. Potentially Spellforge Servitor along with, I guess, like an Iron Shot or an LCS. Just trained just well enough that the Spellforge Servitor is able to cast it. You know, that doesn't sound too bad to me. We'll at least pick it up here. Conjurations was just sitting at a 4, so it will train up very, very quickly. And oh, I did set a cap for unarmed combat at 21. That's going to wrap up temporarily here. Can also do a quick check on our spell power. I think Dragon Form was sitting at around like 35% and around 50 for Manifold Assault, so had some progress made there by changing over to training some of our magical skills. But we shall see. Ooh, double resistance to cold and wizardry. -9 magic kind of sucks. But wearing this would allow us to switch off our necklace, because our necklace was necessary for the moment here just to give us the second cold resistance we need. You know, 1 to get rid of our vulnerability as a dragon, and the second to get our first pip. We'll also lose our resistance to negativity. Oh, never mind, we won't, because that is on this lovely amulet as well. I mean, I think it's gotta happen. Again, that MP -9 is gonna hurt. Might regret that. I guess maybe we have to resort to a little less Manifold Assault and a little more clawing their faces off. And do I make the switch of amulet now? I probably do. The faith is gonna, unequipping the faith rather, is going to hurt our piety with Sif just a little bit here. We don't really plan on using it. Divine Exegesis, I think we've cast once so far in this run, so hopefully we don't need it again anytime too soon. So with that, let's take it off. Oh, we don't even lose access to Divine Exegesis quite yet, so that's perfect. And we're still sitting pretty here. Only slightly better, see invisible and resist corrosion, as well as that regen, giving us a little bit more staying power over the course of these encounters. So that is fantastic. Oh. Keeping you in cages. Are you gonna mutate me through the bars? I think you just might. Okay, nothing we can't handle here, that's fine. Oh, I see. It's a little Hall of Wonders leading to some potential treasure. I'm guessing this one has better treasure. Mostly just I hope it does. But I don't think we'll worry about it too much for now. We'll just get right back on the road here. And let's finish off the rest of this floor, shall we? At least see how things will go. And nothing we can handle. Again, unarmed damage, just absurd levels right now. So hopefully that is enough, and we don't really need to resort to spell casting unless absolutely necessary, just to preserve what little magic points we have available to us with the exchanging of rings, as it were. Fantastic. There is Depths 3 finished off as well here. Beautiful. And if you could come right this way, friends. I guess when we're on the stairs is when we can be a little more liberal with our application of magic. If you could please walk towards me, you son of a gun. It's like the stone giant knew that I just made a commitment to not casting spells and staying on the stairwell, but fortunately nothing we can't handle at the end of the day here. And that is probably going to be our entrance to Zot, if we had to guess. Hello, friend. Ooh, right. Dispelling bolts have started here with our purple draconian buddies. So that's something we'll have to be very much on the lookout for as we start to head towards Zot here. Definitely not loving it, not looking forward to it over much. Okie dokie. Little scary as well, dealing with a bunch of electrical themed enemies, but fortunately not the end of the world, at least not yet. Oh, transformation is expiring, so let's not go over the deep water. Thank you, game, I appreciate it. Doing your best to keep us alive, one turn at a time. And so many water elementals. Didn't realize we'd be having a bit of a theme to the floor here, but nothing too bad for the moment. And likewise here. Oh, let's definitely take care of our electrical themed enemy. Using thank you tab. And I thought the gold dragon skin was still the gold dragon standing there, but fortunately no issues taking care of them at all. And how can I most easily take care of the brain? There we go. Fantastic. And holy moly, entire floor just breezes on by here. Almost no time flat, or so it feels. So let's just finish off the last couple of nooks and crannies. There we go. And okie dokie, I guess that catches us up on depths. There was our nice little warm-up on the couple of floors there, trying to get back into the groove of things. Went all right, you know, one near-death experience, just enough to teach us a lesson, maybe? Maybe, just maybe. But, where do we wish to go? We could head to Elf. Zephyrmancers are going to be a little bit of a pain. At least we have enough health to deal with them. Zot is definitely a lot worse for electrical themed enemies, just because they'll be, you know, up to our level as well. So dealing a heck of a lot more damage than just the Zephyrmancers in Elf. So I think potentially, you know, being in dragon form with 381 health might be resistance to electricity of its own flavor, of its own kind. Let's take a look. We're going to take our time a little bit on this one, just because we very much would hate to see a promising ogre mage bite the dust here due to my own stupidity. So let's head this direction for now, I feel. And we can check out our elf. Yeah, first Zephyrmancer we find, I mean, I think was rolling low, but also no issues whatsoever, so that's fantastic. And shops are exactly why we came here in the first place. I mean, int +6 is really nice. Not worth trading out willpower for it, though, unfortunately. So we'll just have to say nay to that for now. Ooh, do I have a hat? I don't have a hat, and there's an artifact one just sitting there. Oh, not just sitting there. Yikes. I see how it is. Well, we can burn that bridge when we get there. For now, let's not worry too much about it and just keep on keeping on. I mean, fortunately, we can see invisible, so the Elven Knights aren't going to be too much of a pain in the rear for us. They're also the only source of cold damage, which I guess was more relevant at the start of the day. Now we're doing just fine, as it were. So that is fantastic. And we should be able to mostly sprint our way through here without too much of a care in the world. But let's definitely just make sure we are performing our due diligence here and taking care of everybody in as safe of a manner as we can, while not bogging down the run too much while we're at it. And more spellbooks definitely doesn't hurt either. We're still on the lookout for some of those fancier panic buttons that we have available to us here. See, I always hate that they do this. They show you just enough of the vault to make you think, how could it possibly go poorly? And there might always be some sneaky enemies hidden behind. I guess lots of shapeshifters is a big selling point here. But manual of throwing. Chaos. Do I want Discord? Probably not. That seems scary as all heck. So we'll leave that one for now. But let's see, teleporting in will bring us here. So it will immediately reveal what this area has so far been trying to hide from us. Is it just going to be a bunch of, like, statues, potentially? I don't even really need the hat, but it could be nice to have a little bit more potential when we're not in dragon form, just to save us from the inevitability, again, especially as we get down to the levels of Zot. We're gonna have to start to be a little more worried about any potential sources of dispelling, you know, your Quicksilver dragons and the like. So with that in mind, we'll come in here, take care of some of our new friends. Just a couple of shapeshifters left. This one seems relatively low hit dice, so not too worried there. And +1 hat with Dex 5 on it. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted, game. Wow, thanks. I guess we could drop our old necklace. And it looks okay. I don't know if that's meant to be like a stereotypical Davy Crockett hat or something. Little tail tuft coming out the end. It matches our beautiful robe at least. So, you know, some cohesiveness going on in terms of our overall outfit is never a bad thing.